Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, 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 check. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, it's Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Gallagher is going to go for, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys. And
that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw from his end zone. Gallagher. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gallagher. They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gallagher. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second and 3. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Mike 48, Mike 48. All day, just like that.
On 3rd down, Gallagher. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Gallagher. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go, fellas.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Breaks through the contact. A gain of 11 that time, and Colts first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Stop your running.
To throw on 2nd down. Gallagher steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Check 43. On twist, one twist.
On 3rd down, Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
That return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At the Jaguars' 28-yard line. Here we go. Hey. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Alert flare. Anyway, flare. Go.
On first down, Gallagher rolling to his right. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Second and 5. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
3rd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Gallagher. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Gallagher. And this is Shepard on the catch. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Trubisky. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they held them out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
44, Mike, 44. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Know your job. 44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Gallagher, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Herndon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Buying time to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And the Colts first down.
Throwing on first down. Gallagher. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They come out here in the eye. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I got him. Switch. Hey, 18.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the third at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to run now. A solid stiff arm. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His fifth touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his fifth touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's stop.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm coming.
Looking to throw on second down. Gallagher. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Colts on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun, Gallagher. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Gallagher. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Gallagher. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw. Gallagher, he'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, watch the shot. Check 24.
Operating from the gun, Gallagher. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. From the gun, Gallagher. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Trubisky. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
That's to his running back, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Ryan looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Hines. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Second and 3. Herndon's got it complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Check, 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 check. Shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check, check. Lucky. Over. Check 31. Check 31.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
That's good. For another Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check them 7. Check. Hey, alert.
They go play action. Trubisky rolling to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Down, 56 is the mark.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.